So this year, the venue is just twice as big. They actually literally split multiple floors. Before, I just remember it's just down on a basement floor, but like level 4, level 5, more stages. So I think Token2049, they are making a lot of money because these booths are not cheap. And yeah, so let's go check it out. Let's check out the first booth over here. Let's go. And you can see it's still crowded. This is like 4 o'clock. Usually people start leaving, but just like, you can just check by the vibe, check out people here. It's like very varied people, exchange people, degens, everything. So very, very big variety. Let's go for the gauntlet run. Let's check out what's fun. This is I think it's the 6th year we've been to Token. So we're the 3rd generation now. It's been 3 generations of Token. We've been around for that long. You know, before there was the ICO wave, there's DeFi wave, then there's the Web3 NFT wave, and then like now we're in 2024 where it's like the crazy, maybe that we call it the ETF wave, right? So it's different. It's very interesting to see everything grow. And initially, I'll be honest with you, I was like, maybe I'm too old for this. Maybe like, you know, I don't want to see this. But actually, here's my pitch for seeing Token2049. It's really about matching faces to people. And I think that's a big difference because when you're online, you can see what people like, maybe like their meme coins. This is especially true for meme coin traders. Meme coin traders can see what they kind of like, but you don't know them. By knowing them, you know what they will like in the future, which is much more valuable if you think about it. Because if you want to find the next meme coin that's going to do 100x, then you want to see, okay, oh, this is how these people think, right? You got to study them. So I'm always coming here and then like just watching this, like this is a Discovery Channel, you know, I'm like watching these like guys and I'm just like learning a little bit. I mean, this makes me sound super old, but I feel like this is what, like if you're here for Token, that's what you should be doing, just like figuring out what different groups of people are and what they like. And I really want to provide that for you guys as well. So we're going to interview some people and check out the vibes. All right, so we just bumped into Seth. How's it going, man?
Hey, it's going great.
It's going great?
Yeah.
How have you been finding the event so far?
So far, it's phenomenal. It's not quite what I was expecting.
Really?
I was at Token2049 in Dubai, and it was amazing there, of course, right? The organizers just do phenomenal work. I wasn't quite prepared for how much bigger, more expensive this was, right? I mean, I came here, it was a sea of people, which is great. I'm here for the networking, here for the people. Yeah. And so this is everything I expected. But more. Exactly.
Way more.
Exactly.
I was so overwhelmed. Like, this is like, I came here, I expected to, you know, walk around, but like it's 5 and I still haven't walked around yet. So, you know, that's,
exactly, yeah. So for me, it was a pleasant surprise. I ran into this guy, you know him, but like, and I recognized your face. I thought I need to talk to this guy about what he thinks is good. Some people have a sense for, you know, how to ferret out some of the white noise, how to like cut out some of the white noise to get to the signal, you know? More signal than noise.
There's no way to sort out signal to noise here. There is no way. Like,
why are you gonna do this? I was really hoping you'd be the guy, but like,
man, it's just like, it's crazy. There's just so many people, so many side events. You just make the best out of it. Enjoy the experience, I guess.
You know, absolutely. What I'm liking though about this trade show so far, I've never seen so many market making services, which tells me that there's a shift in the market right now. There's a huge shift in the capital side of our industry because I'm seeing market makers come from nowhere and not reveal what their AUM is, but just tell me what their volume is. So I'm thinking, okay, this is good and bad, right? Like, we're going to see more projects succeed, but we're not going to know why. Right? Like, but I think you know.
I mean, even meme coins need market makers these days, so you know.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
And, there's a different vibe for everyone. I think like, it's just different.
Yeah, I know completely, but I'm here for it. I love it. The amount of people I've been able to talk to who are either specialists or who get it or who are just beginning to build. Like, there's more opportunity, I think, than what I saw in Dubai. So that's kind of the one other trend that I'm seeing. But on the other side, I think it's encouraging to see that there are market makers that are being born now in this market, which tells me, hope, fingers crossed, knock on wood, don't quote anybody, not financial advice, whatever disclaimer you need. I feel like this might signal our recovery. This might signal our move back up.
I think so, and also like, I think before there was always this paranoia, like, is this going to be an industry for, like a lot of people come here, it's maybe the first time, they think, okay, is this a good industry for me to go into, set my career on? But now that no one asks that, right? Now it's like, which aspect of this industry do you go into? I think that's a big difference here.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree. Where I think I'm seeing some opportunity. So first I saw the market makers, which is kind of oddball. You don't normally expect to see this many at a trade show, and which tells me, again, I think we might be seeing a recovery soon, which hints to me that we're going to see building in a new category that we maybe can't predict so easily, right? So meme coins have had a lot of fun. It's very speculative, very degenerate, right? It's just what people are looking for right now, who maybe are financially strapped a little bit.
Yes.
But I think we might see something that's different, right? Maybe a synthesis between memes and something else very soon. I don't know what though.
Okay. This is not an interview now we're discussing, but I actually don't think so. I partied with some of the meme coin people yesterday, and they're like, it's very clear that they don't give a rat's ass about value, technology. They don't care about HODL. Their finger is right on the sell button. They care about the next party and when to get rich. So I feel like we're never going to be rid of that. That's a new Gen Z. That's a new generation coming in. Sure. I think like I just felt like I felt out of place there. I'm like a value guy. I'm gonna fight the Bitcoin till the end. But like that's boomerish. So we're the boomers. So okay, boomer, move along.
Well, that's because you had a background actually figuring out how to do this thing called proof of work. Nobody knows what that is anymore. Right? So there's no proof of work.
Proof of fun. Proof of fun.
Proof of degen, right?
Proof of degen. But I really want to know the vibes here. I want to see what people are into and predict what they want to buy, and that's how you make your 100x. So.
Okay, well you heard this guy. 100x. Let me know what you find. DM me, and I'm in right behind you.
Let's do this. Let's do this, man. Thank you so much, Sam. Okay, we're on the 5th floor now. That's how insane this place is. It's just like booths, expo everywhere, like rooms everywhere. It's nuts. Like I feel like I've been here the whole day. I feel like I haven't been here at all. But anyways, I feel like the change in crypto, the biggest change I would say, is back in the day. Charlie Lee of Litecoin said, You can know everything about Bitcoin and crypto in just one afternoon. Just read the forums and you're pretty much caught up to date. But now with the scale of how big everything is now, that's not enough. I don't think that 2 days is enough to really see what's happening at Token. We can only give you a brief overview and feel what it's like. But it definitely was invigorating in many ways because I feel like it's bigger and more exciting than everything. So if you just view crypto from the internet, let's just say from your desk, right? You're not going to see how vibrant and how big the community is and how fast it's growing. But there's just a lot of life here, and there's a lot to do. I think this is why it's inspiring. My good friend Justin Wu. How's it going, Justin?
Hey, good. Happy to be here. Another massive Token2049.
Massive. It's like twice as big as last year.
It's overwhelming, actually, to be honest. And I don't know if crypto continues to blow up. I think I don't know if I can handle this size of crowd anymore. I can't really have even a conversation here. It's just overwhelming. There's so many. I guess they didn't even organize it by GameFi or DeepIn or AI. It was pretty all over the place. But also too, I feel like it's getting these events are getting a little bit too commercialized. It's just shilling every corner, and at that point, we're not even paying attention to.
I guess it was always like this in a way, but it was never so diverse. I think it's just there's so many different ways of shilling. I guess before we saw booth babes, that's pretty common, but now it's double as many, and it's like.
What's a little bit different, I guess, is everybody has a little character mascot now. They're trying to be like a Pepe, or they're trying to be more meme-ish, I guess. That's what's a little bit different.
Yeah, that's true. So are you bullish or bearish?
I mean, rate cuts are starting tomorrow, so either that's a sign of recession or pump. Recession could also mean a pump as well. I'm still bullish long term. I think the bull run's not here yet, so just trying to find the latest meme coins.
I see, and you're deep into meme coins, right? And I guess meme culture is really different because I was shocked by matching the faces to people who play meme coins. It's very different. Were you shocked, when you saw that, or is that part of the game now,
Yeah, I mean, meeting a lot of the crypto anon Twitters, doxing them in person is a little bit funny because, they're online, their Twitter fingers are always huge egos. When you meet them, they might be totally different than what you think, right? You already know that. Yeah. And it's easy because they can always hide behind a PFP or a thing. So, but it's interesting because the meme coin generation is kind of that younger generation of crypto. They don't really understand about the tech, nor do they care.
And they don't care.
They don't care.
I mean, that's fundamentally different. I was so surprised they don't care.
Yeah, but to me, it's not surprising because I met these type of NFT bros back in the previous cycle as well, so they gave the same vibe.
I think so, and I think it's a millennial thing. I'm compulsive about finding value, and then not just finding value, but once you find value, you'll defend that value. It's Bitcoin, we'll hodl till we die. And now they're like, they just want to party with the leader, and then when the leader says dump, you just dump. That's the way to go. Right?
Yeah, it's a very Jeet culture now because of
exactly.
Solana and everything that's been going on. But it's Jeet plus PvP.
Yeah, it's a very PvP game, and I guess that's why I guess there's a lot of insecurity. That's what I saw at the party yesterday. There's a lot of people who really want to get in. Like I saw them all just like bopping to the music, but they're offbeat.
Yeah, you could say that. But what I'll say is that I guess the meme community is still super bullish, just because they're still printing gains, obviously from a lot of alpha or their inner
So they
circles.
made the money. They made this cash.
Yeah, but if you ask like the more normal person walking around here in Token2049, unless they're a builder, they probably will. They feel kind of bear. Like they like this is a bear market. What happened? Because everybody else that loves utility just said no to meme coins, right? There's no substance behind it, so they just decided to not participate in meme coins.
Right, and that's the divide, right? The community and the Gen Z audience, they like the meme, they like the fun, the culture, and then the value players, they can't find extra liquidity anymore.
Yeah, they can't find extra liquidity anymore, and now they're just stuck with like these boomer coins, like they call it now. Like Bitcoin's a boomer coin to them, so to everybody else. Same with like all the layer ones.
That's a great way to put it. And if you want to find more about Justin, he's got an amazing. You got an Instagram group, you got a Twitter group. Which one's the best right now?
Twitter and Instagram. You can find me Justin Wu or at Hackerpreneur as well. Always sharing meme coin. Yeah, meme coin alpha.
Nice, awesome. See you around, man. Peace. All right, we're here with Spencer, the core contributor. One of the core contributors is Fractal. How's it going, man?
It's good. Thank you for chatting with me today.
Yeah, and how do you find the vibe so far?
I feel like the vibes at this event is just kind of exhilarating. There's just so many people around, people from all kinds of different ecosystems. And of course, I'm very biased. I want people to know more about Bitcoin.
Right.
But yeah, it's been exciting.
Okay, bring onto Bitcoin, Fractal. What's a core aspect that makes this the most exciting project for you?
Yeah, I mean, I just find it super exciting because like the community support is really good. I think there's like over 200,000, active addresses, interacting with Fractal these days. And these are all like the Bitcoin active users, right? They're doing all kinds of transactions. They're mining, they're transacting, they're minting.
Now, why Bitcoin? Why Bitcoin ecosystem?
Yeah, I think Bitcoin is the oldest asset, right? And I think being the oldest asset, it almost feels like it's boring, it's dead, but it's not, right? Bitcoin is also like finding its fun again. And people are like putting all kinds of interesting art, putting all kinds of interesting collectibles, memes, and on chain, right? And you're also able to do like really techie stuff, right? For example, DEX, trading, automated market makers for the people out there who really wants to know, like DeFi applications. It's here, right? So for the longest time, there was a lot of these things were not possible. It's only possible on Ethereum, on Solana, many other ecosystems, but now it's all happening on Bitcoin.
So everything's happening on Bitcoin, okay. But what made it explode? Because I mean, we've always had Bitcoin, right? Well, what's a spark that ignited? Because I've actually talked to another person, Melody, actually from Spartan. She's like, there's almost like a 10 times growth in the Bitcoin ecosystem right now. What's the push behind that?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of factors. And I think if you ask me to just pinpoint one or two, I would say one is the community. The community in a Bitcoin ecosystem just really found their, their little belonging. Like they were like talking, like you can see on Twitter Spaces, some of the most active Twitter Spaces are about talking about Bitcoin, right? 500 people, 1,000 people, and this is like unprecedented almost, right?
So there's a lot of people and there's a lot of rich people.
I would say so. I'm not that rich. I'm not sure about you, but we're able
to
build
Bitcoin communities. Okay, so lots of people, lots of rich people. Okay,
Exactly.
so let's talk about Fractal. Okay, so what's the core tech that enables you to scale Bitcoin with Bitcoin?
Yeah, the core tech is that, the Bitcoin core software. So let's not forget the Bitcoin core software has been built for the last 10, plus years. And, people really find that it's stable and good, right? So that's the basis of what we built Fractal on. And then we made a couple of improvements on that is still core to Bitcoin. But we adjusted certain things like, for example, transactions per second. We adjusted certain things like the mining mechanism. And we adjusted, we with the community feedback, we actually added in the OPCAD opcode as well, which is also something that the Bitcoiners on the Bitcoin network are looking to enable. Right. So in some ways, we are like a little bit slightly ahead of Bitcoin, but not that far ahead.
Right. Now, what are you most excited for the Bitcoin network? There's ordinals, there's like new art. Like, what makes you most excited about this whole ecosystem right now?
Yeah, I think what makes me most excited right now is that we're so early in the sense that there's so much things that hasn't been built yet, right? On many of the other ecosystems, like for example, I was at a Ethereum talk yesterday by Vitalik, and he was talking about L2 smart wallets and stuff, which is and privacy, which is like honestly quite ahead, right, of some of the conversations we're having in the Bitcoin ecosystem. But because in the Bitcoin ecosystem we have a very unique canvas that is very different, we have the ability to move a little bit slower. So as a result, we can move more deliberately. And in some ways, it's honestly like the tortoise and the hare kind of like analogy, right?
Right.
We're a little bit like a tortoise, right? Not as fast as a hare, but hopefully we can reach the finish line earlier of like making crypto assets widely adopted by everyone.
But the tortoise is carrying a lot of Bitcoin on its back, so it's okay. It's worth a little bit more than the Ethereum. The Ethereum's a little bit lighter. That's why the hare can jump a bit. Right?
That is true. That is true. Hopefully that's the analogy, right?
Okay, so we talked about Fractal. You guys are building this network. So what is kind of your next new milestone?
Yeah, so like some of the things we've been doing is really around stability. So our theme was stability for the past couple of weeks. I think we're really trying to grow the ecosystem. I think one of the questions I keep getting asked is, how do I build on Bitcoin, right? I hope by next year, when we have this conversation, maybe a token, we don't ask that question anymore,
no,
hopefully.
It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know how to do it.
Exactly.
It's like, yep, done.
So exactly. So I think maybe that just summarizes my view. Like in the next year, I really want to make it as a team and as an ecosystem easier and
So
just
guys,
more similar to build on Bitcoin.
Build on Bitcoin.
Build on Bitcoin. That is one.
Build on Fractal. Cool. All right, Spencer, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Dima, how has it been, man?
I'm tired. I'm tired.
We are. It's a really big event. I mean, I think it's the way this place is designed. It's because of Sands Casino. So they design it so you don't know what time of day it is, right?
Absolutely, yes.
You keep on gambling.
People don't want to leave this place.
No, not at all.
I want to pitch and pitch and pitch and
Yes,
pitch.
yes, pitch and pitch and pitch and pitch and pitch. So, okay, so you've been doing a lot recently. Hacking's grown tremendously since the last time, we've seen you. What have you been up to? What's exciting?
I have boring stuff. It's working tightly with regulators, with European Union, Abu Dhabi, Turkey.
Do you think people are more excited now? Like more regulators are excited or need to learn more about what's happening to security and penetration? Is that more exciting?
Regulators want to make money.
Okay.
And regulators are our tools. We are builders of this industry.
Right.
And we need to educate regulators to set proper tools so to make hackers, fraudsters, and scammers' life more difficult. But this is our responsibility.
Okay, right.
And regulators are friends, tools, and we should not be afraid of them.
So it's just to make the general atmosphere and place better. And you're working a lot. So do you have a lot of meetings with regulators regularly?
Yeah, a lot.
And is this very different from like 3-4 years ago where they don't care? Is there a difference?
Absolutely. Yeah. So now I think regulators defined that we are not going to ban this industry. We want to earn from this industry. So and it takes time for them to explain that this IML KYC, it will not work. It doesn't cover the risk. You will not make money here. Here how you can make money. Here where the risks are and how you should what rules you should implement. So this is our job now.
And I think it's just a difference, right? Because back in the day, regulators they regulate people because people were the ones who controlled the flow of money. But now it's actually software, right? And I think that's a big mental shift. Like this is the code, and the code needs to be good. So I think maybe they don't understand that yet, right?
They learn. They try. Like the portrait of regulator is the guy who was dealing with Data Protection Act (IML) for the last 20 years. And and for him it's very hard to switch. But they're trying.
Nice. And you say you're working on prediction market as well. What are you doing?
Yes, this is the most exciting thing that I like to pitch. Yeah, so we thought how we can improve the quality of our audits and to engage community.
Right.
So we are taking 10% of our audit fees and we are putting them into reward pool and we propose our community to stake money and basically bet money to get this reward pool, which is from 80 to 120% annual, and bet on the quality of our audit.
So So they stake into the quality of a particular audit.
Yeah. So they take this this stake pool that is created, like this is a bug bounty budget for the ethical hackers. So they start to look at the code for the 30 days, and if they found the critical mistake, then basically this money goes to them.
Right.
If they don't, then everything's fine, and the guys receive pretty decent API.
So basically increase the quality of the contracts, have a bounty, and then also it's basically HackerFi.
HackerFi, nice. So I would say, yeah, we improve the quality. We save client deposit money because they don't need to freeze the money for the bug bounty.
Yeah.
We engage the community, so community get like basically distribution of our revenue, and they also study our client's project because they need to know where they went.
Right.
And it's also a good community absorption element instrument as well. So the client's community, they also know about this API, and they think like, okay, I made some money right now. Maybe it's a good token, high token.
Yeah, so it's token utility, actual HackerFi, and then use case, community building. That's amazing. Really excited for that. So check that out, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. I hope to see you around more. And then let's punch some face.
Thank you.
All right, so it's actually really late now. We're here with Terrence from Humanity. How are you, bro?
Very, very good. Thanks for dropping by.
I guess for audiences that are new, they haven't seen Humanity before, what's your overarching goal?
For us, what we're trying to do is leverage biometrics to prove that you're a human being. I think in the past, when we were in Dubai, we sort of did a quick demo on the software side. Over the last couple of months, we've been hard at work. So now we actually have our proprietary hardware. It actually scans both your palm print as well as the blood vessels, the veins underneath your palm. And using that, we can recognize who you are, or in certain use cases, even without caring who you are, at the very least, recognize that you're a unique person. And so I can just quickly show you, and because we don't have that much time, maybe not go through sort of the onboarding and enrollment process, but at least there's sort of a verification process that can happen where you can see just by scanning my palm, it can actually recognize that hi_TK is my DID. This is my address that is bound to this wallet. And then obviously here in Singapore, if you come join the testnet, you get a small gift through a spinning wheel. So, it's super exciting. We had hundreds of people come by and do this already on our first day. In a couple of weeks, we're actually going to launch two things. One is we're going to actually start shipping these devices to different early partners so that you can enroll physically, as well as, launching an app so that you can also do the pre-enrollment directly with your own smartphone.
Got it. So what makes it special? So why do you have dedicated hardware as opposed to just a simple smartphone to just know who I am?
Because when you tried out the software piece, it's already super accurate. So for verifying or for recognizing who you are, it's actually pretty useful. The challenge is that if we want to use it for use cases like fare drops or making sure that you are not creating many symbols, a software-based solution is not good enough. Because ultimately you could spoof it, you could try in different lighting settings, you could try many different times, draw on your hand, really scratch it to try to pretend to be a new person. And if the goal is just airdropping to any unique person, then people will have a financial incentive to do that, right? And so we do need the hardware piece because the vein camera actually checks underneath your skin and you can't fake it. And we can ensure that you're definitely unique.
That 1%. That's actually quite insane because this has like a huge amount of applications, right? So I feel like this is a really big next step for just a verification of a person, identifying them. It's actually quite groundbreaking.
It's very relevant, and I think for a lot of blockchains, obviously a lot of people talk about how blockchain has not been used by as many applications by people for three reasons. Number one is bad user experience. Number two is, expensive, gas fees. And the third is, transaction speed, right? Most blockchains are too slow. the way I think about it is that, we're creating a very simple user experience for people to onboard with their wallet, create, become part of Humanity Protocol. But more importantly, I think down the road, if other blockchains or applications don't have some sort of proof of humanity component, everything's just going to get bought to shits. You know what I'm saying? We're already seeing that with airdrops where people are farming, and so it's not fair at all. But more importantly, it's a waste of money for projects to be airdropping to farmers who are controlling tens of thousands, if not millions, of accounts.
Not real people. It's
not real people, right? And then
you have to promote Twitter across a lot of social media platforms. Everything, anything that can be gamed will be gamed.
If there is financial incentives and there is some sort of economic value, will be gamed, right? So whether it's Web3 or Web2, we think this is super important.
Got it. And I guess what's the low-lying fruit for adoption? Who are the first users of this kind of hardware? Who do you think who's buying them? What's happening there?
So we're actually starting to work, starting from sort of the blockchain space. I think the idea is that we want to enroll as many people as possible. So that whether it's the crypto community, for airdrops, for GameFi, for Deepin, it becomes an important thing. And then potentially move down to the Web2 space to the wider population. So that's why, right now on the physical side, the very first enrollment spot is here in Token2049 in Singapore.
Nice. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks a lot, Michael.
Peace.